YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, and yes, I am back in the saltiest campaign in the ancient Mediterranean that is going to be Carthage. And speaking of salt, I guess we're returning it to Rome because we got some pretty good progress going on in southern Italy. I do need to train kind of like just some town watch type garrison to hold these large cities. And once we have that, I'm going to move north and hit Capua. I'm going to have to destroy Thermone to get rid of the Brutii. And if I do, I think I'm just going to offer that to Macedonia to see if we can like shore up some good relations with them. It'd be kind of cool to have an ally going later into the game. So I'm going to ask them about that, see what they think. And then, of course, I'm improving my army at Alesia. And attempting to get ready for a larger war with the Britons. And then I've got another 3 turns of holdout here, which I'm going to attempt to wait these guys out, just to not have to take any losses while taking this small settlement. And a few people, I think I answered it in the last one, but some people have been asking me a lot of questions. And again, I'm recording these ahead, so when you have questions in the comments, to you it may appear that it takes me several episodes to get to them, because of the way things work. People were talking about tax rates. So for instance, if I go to the settlement details, I'm already at a low tax rate, and you can't make it any lower. I don't know of where I can exempt them from taxes. Like, I know how to do it in Shogun 2. I've not seen any such thing here. So if there is a way to do it, let me know. Happy to take a look at it and try to exempt people from taxes, but not something I'm familiar with. And so, no, I can't just change tax rates in some of these settlements to make people happy. Like this one, I can't even get it off of auto-manage. And I can't do anything with the policy there. So even if the tax rates are higher than I want, I can't touch it. I can't do anything about it. So most of the settlements that are unhappy, that's the case. The settlements that aren't unhappy, I mean, I don't really feel like adjusting their tax rates and making them more unhappy potentially as we go. So that's why I'm not messing with it. It's just something that's not a huge deal to me. But I guess if you're one of those people that likes to manage all those tiny little details in a campaign, it could be driving you nuts that I'm not doing anything about it right now. And if so, I understand, but that's the reason why I'm not doing anything about it right now. Also, I was informed that you can't do an ambush with such a big army. That's unfortunate that that's the case. I really wish they would change that, as I think it would be better to just allow an ambush of any size army, to be fair. It kind of makes sense, but it certainly doesn't jive with newer Total War games. I don't know, maybe it's something that wasn't easy for them to change in code. I have no idea at this point what drove that decision from Farrell. Let's keep moving through and check out some of the things that we need to take care of. We need some more building at Palma, so I'm just going to keep going there. Carthago Nova is actually a little happier right now than it has been in quite a long time. Let's keep adding to that, see if we can keep it happy. Some people asked why I wasn't retraining pointy infantry instead of the Sacred Band. It's because the Sacred Band are considerably better, and all I had to do was wait a turn or two to have a temple to Baal there. So that's why I didn't do any pointy infantry. They're not bad. They're pretty good infantry. They'll perform fairly well. But the Sacred Band have quite a bit higher stats in almost every regard. And so I prefer to stick with the Sacred Band, given the situation. But they are certainly decent infantry and can get the job done in a lot of different battles. Let's see. Narbo is pretty happy. Let's give them port while we're at it. Dunham, nothing we can do there. Tingi. Public quarters actually good in Tingi for once. Let's put an academy in to help out with our governor. And then at Siwa, let's go ahead and put in roads because it's a large province out there, and having a little bit faster movement and improved trade is always a good thing. We're almost done upgrading the town at Cyrene, which is good because then I intend to kind of beef that army up a little. We're going to be doing the same thing down here after we retrain that army, get some forces ready to just hold, and then we will go strike out. This army needs to get to work too. I really don't want to leave it on Carolus, but I've got to have naval supremacy with this fleet in order to get it into Julii territory. As soon as we start fighting Julii, I feel pretty confident that we'll be in good shape about them not invading. Ooh, we got a suitable husband. Let's see where that's at. Lepsis. Okay. Our governor here is 53, so he's no spring chicken, but I want to take this character that we just picked up and move him, at least move him to Thapsus for now, just so we have, you know, more governor coverage. I've got this army at Sirta that is retraining, and then we're going to move out and get rid of more rebels down here. And some people mentioned that, hey, if there's a rebel captain, you should try to buy them out with a diplomat. That's actually a pretty good idea, because we might be able to get more family members that way. Speaking of, speak of the devil, and then they appear.
Be quick. Our patience is limited.
Yeah, well, my patience is limited too. The following character will join your faction. Okay, they do have a character. It's just a captain, though. I don't think it's...
You insult us.
No, I don't insult you. You'll be joining me or you'll be dead. So, just keep up your pretensions there. Got another diplomat here? Fair enough. Maybe pull him up and go do some scouting this way. Let's see. Let's go ahead and end the turn here. Man, I'm loving this campaign. Thank you for all those who are watching it and leaving comments and feedback. It is appreciated. Like I said, it may seem like it takes me a long time to get to it, but I am paying attention. I read it on every single episode. I try to respond to it. Oh, good. This is actually what I wanted. I was looking to get an alliance with the Seleucids, so I will accept this. Now we've got an alliance in the east. Be great to get an alliance with Macedon as well. Should they be open? That type of thing. Let's see if these guys just didn't want the bribe because they didn't have enough money.
Is limited. You insult us.
Oh, they just really wanted I. Okay. Well, I can oblige.
Orders? Sire,
I mean, this should be a big enough army to get out here and get after these guys. Balearic Slingers, Rebel General, which we'll have to be careful with. Probably should have brought a few more troops, but we'll make it work. The auto-resolve's obviously not going to like us here because I don't have a bodyguard, and the AI does. And they have Balearic Slingers. I'm going to try and ignore their bodyguard, kill the Balearic Slingers. I say ignore the bodyguard, ignore it with my cavalry, kill the Balearic Slingers with my own cavalry, and then overwhelm the enemy bodyguard with my Iberians. There is some risk to this. You can end up in a bad fight, and your units can get routed quicker than you think, which stinks, but we will hope that all goes well. Go ahead and run, gents. Yeah, we're going to get in here and get focused on cleaning up Balearics. And I will do my best to get a whole lot of focus all over the Rebel General. And when this Balearic is forced to flee backwards, I'll attack it with one of my other waiting cavalry too. See if we can overwhelm that infant. Oh wow, we caught some Balearics there in melee. Boy, we'll take that all day long. This is going even better than I thought it might. Swing back with their cavalry. Try and mop this up quickly. I'm going to charge this Balearic Slinger from behind, and then I'll go after the Rebel General. That Balearic Slinger withstood that charge a lot better than they should have. Losing a lot of Iberian infantry. And their Balearic Slinger is actually winning a melee against my cavalry. That is both, it's as impressive as it is annoying. And then all of a sudden, after I stopped surrounding them, they routed. Makes sense if you don't think about it. Makes sense if you don't think about it. Get after that Rebel General. I don't know if we can catch him or not. when the AI flees, they are typically pretty fast. But I will attempt it.
The enemy flee! Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity!
I need to kill some more of these Balearic Slingers. Their general is going to make it out the battlefield.
Attack!
There we go. This should leave the enemy numbers so decimated that they disappear off the map. There we go. So we're going to exit the battle. Alright, well that went probably better than I thought it could have. Not like totally surprised at the outcome, but I expected that to be a little bit more challenging, actually. And it kind of was at points. You saw how sometimes these rebel stacks will end up with units that are like armor and attack upgraded, or even experience chevrons, and it makes a huge difference. Like, when I attacked those Balearic Slingers in the rear, and they were sitting there withstanding my round shield cav, that's the kind of stuff that you will just sometimes run into when you're going through campaigns like this. It's totally a possibility, and you know that's why I said that it should go well for us, but you kind of never know with stuff like that. It's a bit of a risk. It's a bit of a risk. 20 infantry. Okay, we don't have a skirmish range there. Lepsis. Let's put in the large temple. Actually, let's do a shipwright first. Hystérica is quite happy right now. We have a... We do not have a general there, okay. Let's keep them happy, because I'm not going to be doing recruiting from there anytime soon. It's the last building we can put in at Nepte. It needs some population, and we can get that from Thapsus rather easily. Thapsus has tons of population. So I'm going to just start a peasant recruitment chain and then march them out to Nepte. And I know some of you may be thinking, Heir, you got generals sitting around. I kind of want that. Like, I'd like to have governors in all my settlements, and I'm trying to keep my generals spread out, where some of them are governors, some are attacking. If all of them are just having kids and being alive, you know, my hope is that that kind of gets the family tree expanded as quickly as possible, too. There's another rebel stack down here. I'm going to go see if we can deal with this guy. He's a much smaller rebel stack. Cordoba is still pissed off. I just cannot seem to get these guys happy. It's probably because we're so close to the growth point here. Look at how many, like, I'm training like all this town watch, and it's still like the town is just absolutely upset, and it makes almost no difference. Yeah, we're just gonna have to deal with that as it goes. Could try and take this general over there, but I'm pretty sure I understand how Tingy's gonna treat me. I don't know. We gotta figure that one out. Alright, there's a rebel fleet up here, too. I'm gonna take the fleet at Carthage and try and shut down the remnants of this Roman fleet. Didn't sink any of their ships, but we damaged them quite badly. And then that should leave them vulnerable to this fleet. Alright, we sunk that Gaul fleet. Yeah, alright, now this fleet should be able to really do some damage to the Romans here, too. Yep, we sunk another of their ships. Alright, good. I think that's what's left of them down here. Alright, so they're hurt. Like, they're hurt real bad. And that's good. That's what I want. So we got them hurt. At Alesia, we're training another skirmisher so I can go fight the Britons. We've got 2 more turns before that town just gives up. Go down here to get the rebel stack, and let's take a look at our building stuff again. Carolus, again, not enough growth. Cordoba, we need to put in the royal palace. That'll actually probably help their if we can keep from rioting before then, it'll help their happiness considerably. Let's go ahead and throw in some walls. Actually, let's put in the farms, because it'll increase growth rate. Dog's barking, hold on. He gets to looking out the window while I'm doing my recording, and he can't handle it if there's someone walking another dog past. He's like the most overly social dog in the world, and he gets really upset he doesn't get to to go play with every dog. You can actually probably hear him whining at the moment. He should stop, so apologize for the extra sound going on, but if any of you will have a dog, anything like this, you'll understand. See, I don't... Got our guy here. I need to do a little bit more retraining. I've started to get some... How come we didn't finish retraining here on that turn end? It says we got retraining. Oh, did we have a riot or something? I don't know. Maybe we just couldn't retrain all of our units in the one go. Alright, I'm trying to get another town watch there. The Scipii Romans are approaching. I'd appreciate the opportunity to kill them. I haven't had a lot of opportunities to kill them yet. We'll certainly be looking forward to it, should it present itself. Let's take our army at Sirta. And let's head down to face these rebels outside of Demeti. Keep getting the rebels out of our land, and it gives this guy some practical experience along the way. So nothing wrong with that. And even though we got some money left over, I think it's pretty much time for us to end another turn. Numantia has expanded, so let's go ahead and queue up the Counselor's Chambers with our leftover cash. Cordoba we caught, and we are building a larger one there. And then of course Carthage has the plague right now. Alright, let's see here. That's gonna be it for this turn. Proton ought to be getting pretty happy because I'm gonna be able to leave a garrison, and a lot of the culture penalty. Like I've got a huge temple now. I'm building some other buildings that should be pretty handy, so I'm hoping we can kind of counter any culture penalty that's left. SPQR got diplomats rolling around up here in their nice purple robes. I do like the purple color for the SPQR Romans. Oh man, there's another large Roman fleet. Alright, I'll retrain mine and then get ready to go deal with it. Oh man, our faction leader died. That's unfortunate. But I knew it was coming. Well, we got another suitable husband, though. So let's check a couple things. The faction leader died. He was in this army. Okay, that's good, though. We moved all of those... Remember, we moved over all those characters to this general? So we were prepared for that. So that was actually... That turned out to be quite appropriate. Cordoba is upset, having some riots. Can't say I'm shocked. I'm worried if I retrain these, it's going to cancel the building of my royal palace. So I'm going to leave it alone and try and make it through the building of the royal palace, because that will actually make people considerably happier. Alright, I've got another extra general at Carthage. Got a really young one who's the governor. And let's see, I could take one of these generals in Carthage to come help hold Carolus. Got a couple of commanders here. Did we send one over to Syracuse? We did not. Let's take one of these guys and go govern Syracuse. And I'm just, again, I want to split up some of these forces. Let's retrain our navy at Carthage. And let's retrain this navy at Lilybaeum. And I can build larger ships here. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a larger ship into that fleet. Alright. Buildings. Carthage. Wait, Carthage is getting really decked out here. It's almost fully built. But the buildings there are going to start getting to be supremely expensive, as they will in many places. Build that. Baal, Demeti. Awesome temple. Wow, Demeti is very well built up, actually. Kind of impressively so for being such a small settlement to begin with. And Bazaar was good with sewers. Alright, so I've got everybody building something. This army has finished retraining. And we could come out and attack Scipii Romans, but I'm going to do it with Hannibal's army because I want to see how well we can start to hold Croton together. Actually, not bad, so this is good news. See, I can just leave a garrison force at Croton and start getting active with Hannibal again, and we'll use Hannibal. I mean, we'll still come back to Croton to do some retraining as necessary, but Hannibal can be active. And Tarentum, I would assume, we should probably start trying to accomplish the same thing here, getting some town militia. Yeah, he doesn't want to fight where both of us are going to get him, so he's going to retreat, and then this will probably lead to a one-on-one engagement a little further out. So we have their faction leader, Lucius Scipio, probably related to Lucius Malfoy as well, if I had to take a guess. Equites, Hastati, doesn't have any significant heavy infantry, but there is several ballista units. So I would assume the Romans here are going to be in some big doo-doo. Go ahead and fight this battle. Grab some water real quick while this is loading up.
Men,
Ooh, like a dust storm going on or something.
Victory hangs in the balance. Act with courage, O noble soldiers, and victory is in our grasp.
Alright, let's get our deployment started. Well, we're going to have to fight uphill, which does kind of suck, but I think we will overwhelm them fairly easily, so I will be okay with fighting uphill. Let's put the single line formation here. I'm going to put my slingers up front. I'm going to leave them on skirmish. Again, let them screen the army. Light cavalry on the flanks. Put my commander safely behind the main line. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I got a telemarketer calling my phone there. We're going to ignore that. And let's go ahead and start pushing uphill. Ooh. Yeah, the Roman cavalry actually has us in a bit of a pinch here, so we'll need the support with our Libyans. Let's go ahead and stop short. I'm gonna kind of peel some Libyan spearmen out to the flanks. And allow my Sacred Band to do the engagement against the Roman heavy infantry. A little closer. Libyan spears after the cav. My own cav move in. Alright, we're gonna keep moving up on the Roman infantry. I really want my infantry to stay in nice straight lines, if possible, because they engage better that way. And we have pretty good shields, so although I don't like the idea of taking all this pillar damage, I think we'll be protected against it. I do need to pull... Got war dogs attacking our flanks and our cavalry. Let's push past their ballistic crews for a moment. Alright, Sacred Band is holding the main line quite marvelously, even though they're fighting in a bit of a nasty position up that hill. I have another cavalry unit in here. Yeah, let's get them out of there. Let the Libyan infantry take that engagement. I'm held up by war dogs over here.
This is a day of triumph.
There goes the
Roman leader is dead.
Roman leader.
The only reward
I'm being chased by war dogs out here, which sucks because when you click an attack order on war dogs, your units don't actually attack the dogs. They go for the human handlers. So war dogs can be a bit... I mean, if you want to use them, you should use them, because what I'm saying is that they're difficult to counter because of the way the game functions. Like, you'll take a whole bunch of damage to certain units because you can't actually do anything to counter the war dogs, unfortunately for you. very fortunately for the person who's using the war dogs, they can be quite effective in that regard. But see over here, I'm just going to ignore them. In fact, like, I'll leave my Libyan spears here to try and catch the war dogs and distract them. See? That should help. I need to go give some help over. I'm getting a downhill attack against me from the Roman cavalry. Fortunately for me, it just quickly rerouted. And it looks like they're trying to go after my slingers back here. That's fine. Sacred Band did absolutely marvelous in this. They took very little damage overall, and our Libyan spears were able to help us sweep the flanks up. Let's spread out and start killing all this Roman infantry. Bodyguard was rerouted. Yeah, let's continue the fight, start chasing. I want to chase as many of these units as we can. I won't be able to catch those cavalrymen, but I can certainly run down a whole lot of these other units here. We could use our general as well. Actually, let's take this unit and go for the one that's further away. I'll take my general after. I'm going to pull the spears up on my hoplites. Every now and then I've seen like accidental friendly deaths at the hands of your own hoplites. So I don't know. I still find myself being a little cautious. Maybe that was Rome 2. I don't really remember. It's War Dog unit. Let's go ahead and run down that War Dog unit over there. Right, yeah, well, we've run down pretty much all the Romans at this point. These ones are getting shot by slingers. So I think we're in good condition. Well, no, let's go ahead and run down a few more of these guys. They're right up on the red line, but I'm going to be able to get a few more kills in that War Dog unit, and I'll take it. Alright, now we can exit the battle. So that was a stunning victory for Hannibal over Lucius Scipio, who actually had far better terrain. He had inferior troops, but had far better terrain. And despite having had what I consider to be a cavalry advantage, my long shields are okay, but the equites charging downhill, especially supported by war dogs, should have been a match. But the support of the Libyans turned that fight against the Romans quite decisively. So, good victory for us right there. Very good victory. I felt like that was pretty clean, too. I'm going to go back and retrain Hannibal and then start moving towards Capua. And then we've got Town Watch starting to be trained here for our second general. So that should be a good position for me. Enemy army routes. That is excellent news indeed. Seleucids are the most advanced faction, huh? I'm used to seeing it be Egypt. Speaking of Egypt. Yeah, here's Egypt. I knew this was coming, folks. I knew it was coming. So Egypt is here. They're going to come declare war on me, no doubt. That's why I started training these skirmish units. I'm not going to go chasing the rebels into the desert. I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to try and go ahead and recruit one more skirmisher unit. And then we need to get this army set up to go after the Egyptians as well, but I don't have a lot of money left this turn.
Aye, great lord.
Let's see, I think we're retraining boats at Carthage. We are. Let's go ahead and end a turn because I need my cash, and we're going to have to go clear off some blockades and get some other work done. So let's go ahead and end this one. Numantia is re-garrisoned. We're headed down to try and bribe the rebels. Headed north. Wow, the Gauls have a huge fleet there. They're doing everything they can to try and stay alive at this point. I'm kind of surprised we haven't been attacked by the Gauls with the new army that came out of those settlements that are north of the Romans. I don't remember their names up there, but I would have kind of expected to see them get us from there. So the Gauls' army is going to sally out against us. Let's beat them down. Beat them down good. Good old-fashioned Carthaginian dominance here. Willing obedience always beats forced obedience. That is a keen observation, Xenophon.
Wait my orders.
A keen observation indeed.
Units, drop equipment.
Push up a little.
Units, run.
I want to try and let the Gauls come out of the gate some. I want to get as many of their troops out of the gate as I can and then go for a quick, decisive envelopment. So I'm not going to just go straight up attack them right this instant, because sometimes the AI will quit sallying its troops out of the gates if you attack them. So I want to let them bring a bunch of their troops out, but keep them in a really disadvantageous position. And then as I rout them, I'll just chase them back through the gate and destroy them. Okay, we used the war cry ability. Should help us out there. I've been forgetting to use it, but remembered this time. And we ended up with a quick rout over here. So now we're just going to push on through. When you let the AI sally out like this, you can obviously put them in a world of hurt and kill most of their troops outside the walls, which will then allow you to charge all your forces forward and basically destroy all their troops without having to fight them on the town center. So you got to take advantage of this when you get the opportunity. Because see, now we're going to basically get to mop up this huge blob of Gauls. They're trying to flee back into the gates, and you can actually follow them into the gates. Well, now we can't because the gates are closed. But if they open the gates to attack us, we'll try and just head right inside. Which they might with this sword unit. That gate opens, I'm going to click and attack. Yep, alright, go. So see, when the gate opens, I should be able to plow in. And get after these swordsmen. And then as the swordsmen rout, I can follow them through the gate, capture the gatehouse. See, building captured, gateway. And now we can just waltz into the city. What do we got here? Barbarian Warlord. Let's take it out. I didn't realize that unit was there. It must have come around from the side through another gateway. I'm gonna chase that Warhound unit. Wow, we got a really quick kill on their general. That was extremely fortuitous. Alright, no need to do anything else. We'll end the battle because the settlement's ours. They failed in sallying out, and the settlement now belongs to us. And we did it with relatively few losses, which is exactly what I wanted. And we are going to massacre the population here. That way I don't have to deal with a rebellious Gallic population. We have another rebel stack down here that we're going to need to go after. Let's see what all we can build immediately, because if I can just build a Carthaginian building on top of a barbarian building, that'll be fine for the time being. There are no damaged buildings. I can retrain Iberians' round shields. And it looks like they have some kind of armory here that may be of benefit to us. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I mean, unless we can literally retrain these barbarian mercenaries, that would be great. Again, I've been waiting to see this be a possibility. See what happens, but I'm pretty sure that it's like a silver weapon upgrade or something like that based on the buildings that are there. Let's take a look, speaking of the buildings that are there, and let's tear down the barbarian shrines. What upgrades missile weapons? We don't have any missile units, though. It's just if we train some, they come out with a silver. It's going to get built over eventually, so it won't matter. What is the upgrade here? Maybe we really are... or no, I think it's retraining the mercenaries with the bronze weapon upgrade is what it is. Let me tear down this building. And we'll build our own shrine to Baal here. And continue down that path. So we've captured some more territory. The Egyptians appear to have pulled back or entered an ambush stance. One of the two. Not really sure which it is. Quit running away, you cowards. Take your comeuppance. Alright, there's the Egyptian army. And I didn't leave anything to guard the settlement, so I very well could lose my settlement if I can't reach it on this turn end. That would be a blunderous mistake on my part. but it wouldn't surprise me for me to make such a mistake.
For brave deeds, so that our fame on my orders.
I'm gonna send my skirmishers to shield against chariots. Okay. Enemy dead ahead. Let's fast forward. Those chariot archers as the general. Nope, just Egyptian chariots. What do we got? Skirmishers. I need to get at the chariots with my skirmishers. A little bit risky, but I'm going to go ahead and push my Iberians up front. I'll keep the skirmishers just behind. And if the chariots attack the Iberians, I'll shower them with javelins and hopefully rout them while they're busy. This peasant's kind of blocking my ability to get up in the face of the chariots by itself. Okay. Okay, here comes the chariots. I'm gonna get an attack order on the chariots. Alright, the chariots are getting pulled into my Iberians, which is exactly what I wanted. Now they're being showered with javelins, which should pretty quickly hurt their hit points. Yeah, I mean, they're taking a lot of chariot fire, so they're going to be hurt. I mean, a lot of javelin fire. So that's what I want to do. I just want the chariots to stay there, be forced into the engagement, and just continue to be showered by javelins, because I get a bonus versus them. And kill as many of them as possible in that regard. In that manner, I should say. Alright, do not fire at will, because I need your javelins ready. Move up a little. I want to keep that cavalry away from my, or sorry, the chariots away from my cavalry, ideally. Alright, attack the chariots again. Give it to him, skirmishers. Happy Javelin Day. Oh, they're standing still, too, for some reason. And this is I'm firing from an elevated position, so I should get really nice damage done on the chariots here. For whatever reason, they're just sitting still, eating this javelin fire. See, chariots definitely get chewed up by skirmishers. Alright. We have driven the chariots out. All we need to do is reroute this infantry and skirmishers. Done. Continue. I'm going to fast forward. I will give them neither, don't worry. Okay. So we have knocked them down significantly. I think that'll get rid of that rebel stack. Their general was alive, unfortunately. But almost the entire army was gone, so I don't know if they're going to get the opportunity to continue. Nope, they died. That is a full-on Egyptian stack, and I did not leave a garrison, and they are in range. They haven't declared war on me yet. Yet, being the key qualifier there. Alright, well, we'll see what happens at Siwa. I may have bungled. May have bungled that one. The Romans laid off their blockade up here. I'm going to take this fleet north, and I'm going to work on freeing some blockades around Sicily. It's the remnants of that once large Roman fleet. I still am training a larger boat here. I'll need to remember to combine it with this fleet. I'm going to try and push back this other Roman fleet. I want to get this army over to Italy or to the remains of Gaul, one of the two. That would be my objective. Let's go into the army view here at Thapsus. And let's take these peasants and start marching towards Nepte. Then we'll disband them as soon as we get within territory. Carthage, we got that extra general here, and I need to distribute him out somewhere. I just don't have a fleet to give him a ride at the moment.
Mighty general, prepare for battle.
The rebels here are gonna fall back from me.
Mighty one,
Big surprise.
for battle.
Yeah, their army sucks. Like, sucks bad. Alright, they're dead.
Victory is ours, mighty one.
I'll go ahead and garrison at Dmidi.
General. Forward.
No more rebel stacks around for the moment. Not in Africa, at least. So that is good news. Cordoba is continuing to work on its royal palace, which if we could finish it would be absolutely huge. We need it. This rebel stack is frustrating. Still waiting to replenish troops up here. Yeah, we're waiting to retrain troops. I'm gonna need a garrison to hold Alesia. And we also need to upgrade the city. Because we had city expands Alesia and then Messana. So let's go ahead and get Messana on the upgrade path. New merchant acquired. Let's see, let's get him put to work. Ooh, wow, pretty good trade at Segestica. Let's do that. Alright. Agent detected for Gaul. Agent found, the House of Julii. We are the most advanced faction again. I am not surprised nor shocked, as we have been pushing pretty hard in terms of all the buildings and stuff. I'm gonna need to remove this garrison, make room for this army to come back in and retrain, and then we'll swap out again. And it is time for them to leave. I can't quite reach that fleet. Alright, Thapsus. Not a lot of buildings left at this point. Let's go ahead and put in the secret police network. And Careless, again, we're just waiting on growth, which is actually, it's growing at a pretty rapid clip right now. I don't have any ships to move peasants up there, unfortunately. Build a larger dock. Osca. Try and keep the public order happy. Narbo. Let's build the better walls at Narbo. Make the siege take longer. It's possible that settlement could end up sieged. And at Tingi, let's go ahead and improve our military infrastructure while they're happy. A very rare happiness factor going on at Tingi. Alright. And that leaves us with just a little bit of cash at the end of the turn. Xenophanes moving forward. If Egypt declares war, they can just take Siwa off me, and then I'm screwed. Like, there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it if that's the case. Go ahead and retrain this infantry now that we completed the upgrade of Cyrene into a minor city. Alright. Time to end a turn so I can get my movement points. We can continue our action. We have an inactive diplomat near Antioch. Makes sense. Let's send him... Really, I have another diplomat closer to Macedon, but probably not. I'd like to get back over to Macedon. Can he walk across here? I mean, it really... you would think they should, but he can't. Anyway, I'm going to send him on that very, very long walk. And I got an inactive fleet here. Oh, yeah, this fleet. We need to repair this one. Almost forgot about this fleet. I was thinking I had another fleet, but I just couldn't place it. Guess I should have used this tool sooner. Juba is still inactive. Let's walk up here by our tower. And another inactive... All right, hang on, Juba? Where is Juba? Oh, they're in the same one. Okay, I got it. Alright, let's see. Path blocked. Who blocked our path? Was that over here? Yes.
Yes, mighty lord.
I don't really care if your path is blocked. Go ahead and start walking back over here regardless. Alright. And let us end our turn here. Hannibal's army will be retrained and ready. I don't have enough money to bribe them, so I'll have to wait for the next turn. I'll try and bribe that rebel stack with this one too. See if our bribes can accomplish something. Oh, here's the war. War were declared. Shoot. Not what I wanted. What are we up against? So they have a Desert Axe General. 1, 2... 2 units of Egyptian chariots. I definitely have a cavalry advantage. I don't have a lot of infantry, but I do have a lot of skirmishers. I mean, we're gonna have to try and win. I figured Egypt was about to declare war, and I'm surprised they didn't go take the settlement from me, because then they could have used it to defend, and leaving my army caught out a long ways from help. I should have recruited some mercenaries is what I should have done, but I didn't have any money left at the end of that turn.
Let us pray to the heavens and then
Start
take up
deployment.
the
So a dastardly attack by Egypt here, a surprise attack, but not really a surprise, I should say. A not so surprising surprise attack.
units, stand and fight.
I'm gonna try and use my cavalry to sweep up their flanks, avoid the chariots, start killing as many of their light infantry as possible. And then I want to use my own skirmishers to hopefully get some tosses at their chariots. Yeah, see, this is a problem. We cannot face their chariots on the flank. What are we up against over here? Nile cavalry, that's not a huge concern of mine. We need to get the chariots with our skirmishers. And we certainly don't want to engage any phalanx unit head-on. What do we got? So more desert cavalry moving over here. Nile cavalry, I believe, is axe-armed cavalry. Nope, it's spear. Oh, they have a freaking artillery piece. We got over here a Nubian cavalry. All right, let's mass some cavalry on our right flank, and let's kind of keep trying to draw the Egyptians a little closer. They have artillery, but the artillery, its bark is worse than its bite in this game. They'll get the occasional lucky hit, but it's not going to make that big of an impact on the battle. If that bow unit gets too separated from its army, that could actually work to our favor. I'm going to try and pull it out just a little farther. And I'm going to swing my light cavalry out, and we're going to look for... I see they're pulling back right there, as they should. I want to surround their cavalry out on the flank and start a wrap-up on that flank. Got skirmishers, Pharaoh's bowmen. Ooh, that's a problem. Pharaoh's bowmen are excellent bowmen. They're not just good bowmen, they are excellent bowmen. Long-range missiles, well-armored. They are a tough nugget. This is a risky battle because one wrong move here and I get wrapped up. One wrong move and I get wrapped up. Don't get surrounded, don't get surrounded. Oh crap. I really do not want their chariots engaging me over here. We need to win this fast. See if we can get an overwhelming hit and then run away from the chariots. Oh, no, General Boy. Get back. What are we being charged by over here, Desert Axe? Don't waste your javelins. I need those. I need those. Alright, let's fall back this way a little. We got a good cavalry. No! Skirmishers. Fall back. This is unacceptable. Fall back. Being chased by infantry. Okay, yeah, this is bad. This is not where we want to be right now. This is not where we want to be right now. See how quickly they routed my skirmishers there? And now we've got bowmen shooting us in the back with their infantry. This is not where we want to be in life. They have left a lot of their light infantry vulnerable, though. I've lost 2 skirmisher units. But their general is at least busy. Oh, I've got more chariots inbound. More chariots inbound. Okay, let's split up. I'm going to start wrapping up some of their... Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. This is bad. Losing my skirmishers like that was a devastating loss. I need to see if I can get lucky. I may RNG lose my general here too, because chariots are just devastating. Oh, no. Okay, we routed a chariot unit. Let's turn everything on the other one. I'm going to trying. See those Pharaoh's bowmen? Look how they're resisting my mass cavalry charge here. They just don't care. Pharaoh's bowmen don't care. My general is at major risk of losing his life in this battle. Pharaoh's bowmen are still holding out, and they are holding out rather well. They're killing a lot of my cavalry, and there's another unit of them there. I honestly should probably just ignore them. I'm getting too beat up in that fight. Oh, this is bad. 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 My infantry's pinched. Oh, my general's risking his life to stop this chariot unit. Oh, gosh. My cheeks are clenching. My cheeks are clenching. Clenched cheeks here, folks. Clenched cheeks. Oh, boy. Let's see if we can kill this Desert Axe unit real quick. Oh, I can't believe my general's still alive. The gods smile upon us. I don't know if we have enough troops to pull this off, is my concern. There's still another Egyptian chariot unit. I did get some skirmishers that are still routing. Crap, I thought my skirmishers would come back. Out, 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 out. Don't get too close. Still a lot of Pharaoh's bowmen there. Okay, we gotta play smart here. Gotta play smart. As in, not running into that spear. We can ignore the phalanx units until the last. I'm really worried about all the Pharaoh's bowmen. And this last remaining Egyptian chariot unit is gonna have to be dealt with. I'm gonna charge it while it's kind of sitting still. Oh, as long as it doesn't get a great charge, we can rout it. Alright, there's a lot of units surrounding it that are routing. This is good news. This is good news. Okay, what is left here? Pharaoh's bows, Pharaoh's bows, Pharaoh's bows. Crap. Alright, I'm gonna need infantry support to get rid of Pharaoh's bows, I think. Unless we can just get really lucky. I'm gonna try and kind of blob up a little, again, on one flank and throw my numbers around and see if we can get a chain route on the Pharaohs. This is so risky. My general very likely gonna die. But I've got to try something to get a chain route on the Pharaoh's bows. And it worked. Alright, now let's move my cavalry out. Oh my gosh, this battle, I am, like, my cheeks are absolutely clenched right now. I've left some Pharaoh's bows there. Gotta split up. We've gotta hurry because our Iberians are falling apart. And they're about to be surrounded. Let's get rid of these Pharaoh's bows. Hopefully a mass cavalry charge here. These Pharaoh's bows aren't terribly fixed though because my infantry is weak. Yeah, I just lost another infantry unit. Oh, this is bad. And we're surrounded by Desert Axemen there. If we take a charge from them, our cavalry might rout, so I've got to get out of here. I'm just running out of units. Like, we've beaten the Egyptians. They just have so many units that I can't... How did this Pharaoh's bow come back from routing out here? Come on. Now I've lost cavalry. Crap. The flaming arrows from the Pharaoh's bow did it. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to have to just withdraw my general. If it's possible. I'm not even sure we can. Dang.
Victory belongs to your enemies, but only at the whim of fate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, I probably could have done better there. That early attack against my skirmishers was my fault. We inflicted far more casualties on them, but they had more men to lose. And that early attack where I left my skirmishers out there, I didn't expect the AI to get aggressive and charge their chariots there, so that caught me off guard, and it worked. That's all it was going to take, was me losing a few units like that, because I just couldn't afford it. We did okay for the rest of the battle. This is not good, because now Siwa is sieged. We're going to have to send reinforcements in a hurry. But it's going to take us probably 5 turns to march out there. And I can't recruit anything at the moment because our city's sieged. So, that is bad. This is not what we wanted. So I have blundered out here, and this is almost entirely on me. I'm going to try to retrain these units. I don't think it actually works. But, yeah. Might as well try. Alright, Cyrene at the moment is going to have to potentially rout because I have got to get reinforcements out here at speed. So, Cyrene, be good to me. Start training reinforcements to hold it. Let's see. I may soon be in need of the army that's just kind of wasting at Nepte. What happens if we remove this army? It's a long march, but I'm probably going to need this army in the east. Alright. We're on the way. And there's a rebel stack out here. A couple rebel stacks, but we'll send our rebel enforcement team that way soon. Let's go ahead and retrain them. We'll continue to use him as a rebel enforcement. We're getting riots still at Cordoba. I'm not going to retrain these units because I need to keep my construction of this building going, and hopefully the city will just hang on. That's all we need them to do is just hang in there.
Be quick. Our patience is limited. If we may have a
Yeah,
private
right.
word.
Get
Until
real.
next time.
18,000 to bribe them. I'll show you a bribe here. Yeah, these units did not recover any of their troop counts. I'm gonna leave my barbarian mercenaries as garrison there. And in fact, I'm gonna grab a couple more because the Britons are around. Hold that, and if you don't like being bribed, I'll bribe you with a sword, and we'll see how you like that. Okay. Go ahead and go do some scouting up here. Let's see, I really want to finish upgrading that settlement before we exit it, if possible. Alright, the large Roman fleet is in front of us. I thought this was the fleet where I had some large ships, but that's obviously this one.
Aye, great lord. Aye, my lord.
So we may lose a fight against the Romans' fleet up here. Yeah, they've got multiple heavy ships at full health.
Great lord.
So that is not the engagement that we need right now.
Great lord. Aye, my lord. Ready to say. Aye, great lord.
We now have a heavy ship in this fleet. I have a few heavy triremes, but we don't have... We gotta be careful here in these fleet engagements or else I'll lose again and then be forced to retrain again. These heavy boats make a huge difference in the auto-resolve. And so, we've gotta be careful.
Great lord. Aye, great lord. Set sail.
Trained those units. Hannibal's army is
Mighty general.
nearly retrained. Tarentum is now starting to get a town watch garrison put together. Let's step out of the settlement.
Onward.
Yep, see, we can now hold Tarentum with town watch. So this will get both of our armies active again. I need a fleet to carry me over to Thermone. And if I do take it, I'm going to try and give that settlement to the Macedonians to see if I can convince them to enter into a treaty with
Be
me.
quick. Our patience is limited. If we may have a
That's
private
such a
word.
huge bribe, but whatever,
Well,
just get out of the way.
When you put it like that.
I'll just drop them into a garrison and use them for now. Alright, there we go.
Mighty lord.
Took way more money than I wanted to bribe them, but I don't have an army nearby there. I guess I do in the settlement, I just don't feel like fighting it, so I'm lazy. How about that? How about that? Let's see. Training a slinger. So where are we at here? Bayum. Careless. Alma. Not gonna be able to put a building in everywhere at this point. Build what we can.
My liege.
Armies on the march. They're not gonna make it in time out here. I'm pretty sure our retraining does nothing because we've got no one there, but we'll find out on this turn in. But I'm pretty certain that that's the case. So Cordoba and Siwa rioting, not surprised there. End our turn. Oh, come on! We were like 2 or 3 turns away from... Oh, it's frustrating. Oh, it's frustrating. There was no way to lower the taxes any further and make them happy. I had a huge garrison. All we needed was like 2 or 3 more turns, and we would have finished the royal palace, and then it would have stopped rioting. Because that's what the settlement needed. And instead, we end up with the riots, and now it'll probably put some OP troops into their hands. And our troops are damaged at the same point. This is just straight up annoying. Like, come on. This settlement over here is at least a little happier, so what I'm going to do is start training some Town Watch just to act as a garrison here, and I'm going to take some of these needed troops. I'm going to have to march all the way over here. Carthago Nova, though, is not upset at the moment. I'm going to siege the settlement so they can't create anything new. But it's walled and everything, so we're going to have sap points. Alright, so let's continue the siege. How irritating. That is so irritating. I might train a ship here and then take this general across to help command these forces. Because we need it.
Ships ready.
That sucks. It makes me so unhappy.
Ships ready. Ships ready.
Let's push
Yes, mighty lord.
our fleets against the Julii.
Ships ready. Yes, mighty lord.
And let's take this fleet that we retrained.
Prepare to engage. Victory.
Break the blockade at Syracuse.
Yes, mighty lord. My liege.
Continue the march.
Attack.
I'm gonna hire some mercenaries as soon as I get close.
My liege.
Let's get rid of these rebels.
Glorious victory. Attack.
It's not really worth fighting. Not personally, at least. Is this a fort that we still have over here? I think it is.
Mighty general.
Let's get back up here and retrain, and then get ready to move against the Iceni. Or, sorry, the Britons. I keep calling them the Iceni. And I'm so irritated about Cordoba. When I retake the settlement, I am totally executing the populace. Like, they are so executed. I've had more than enough trouble out of them. I mean, they need to just change their name to Executed at this point. Like, it's that much of a done deal. Let's see. Try and build what I can. My funds are pretty limited this turn. Somehow we managed to hold on to Cyrene, which is very fortunate. I am very grateful that that happened. So, not all of the luck was against us here. Civic revolt, settlement besieged. Yep, got it. Retinue expands. Folks, give me just 1 second. I gotta click something on another computer here. I'm actually uploading a video for you while I'm recording this one, so I need to go over here and click the up one. So I'm double duty here, trying to get you all content. If you enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and leave a comment. That stuff helps a lot. So if you haven't done it, and you're just like, well, that doesn't have to be me. You're right, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to leave something there. But again, very, very simple. Simple way for you to support, and it helps a ton. And then I also get some feedback from you at the same time, so it would be very much appreciated. So here we go. Episode 15 is now uploading while I'm recording this. So let's keep going here. I need to end our turn because we are out of cash and anything else. I should have ended the turn prior to me hitting the upload button. Apologies. Okay. Peasants are moving down to be disbanded. About to go after those rebel stacks. Romans are back on a blockade. Corsica or Sardinia, whichever one it is. keep marching east with this army because I feel like we're going to need it. Another rebel stack out here, which is kind of in our way. Man, this is bad. There's rebel stacks all over the place out here. Not a lot of mercenaries out here to be had. I'm going to grab the ones I can. And let's take this army.
Mighty general.
It's not fully retrained because we can't retrain long shield cavalry, but that's okay. Worse things have happened. Let's get over here and take out the rebels. I'm gonna get this general on a boat. And I'm gonna drop him over here. And I'm gonna go join this army. No, 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 no! That is not where I wanted you to go. Dang it! Whatever. Is what it is now. Let's get in and replenish. Okay. 2 turns. And then, see, I don't want to leave this settlement until we finish the Counselor's Chambers. It'll help prevent any rebellions like we had at Cordoba. And like I said, those people were so executed. They don't even know how executed they are. But they're about to. I am out of time for this episode as well. I'm going to march this army north to Capua. Put our town watch back in Croton. And this army... Let's get rid of these rebel scum out here. It's going to give them far more than they deserve, but whatever. Back and... retrain. And also grab an additional town watch. This fleet can break this blockade. And then move over here to help us cross the sea there. Let's move within reinforcement range right here. And then move in our main fleet to attack. Why don't I have reinforcements? Okay. What about now? Okay, there we go. Alright, now we've got reinforcements. This is a pretty heavy ship fleet for Rome, so no wonder it was stacking up to be pretty powerful. Yeah, we sunk 2 of their ships as well. I don't know which ones, but... yeah, heavy ones, apparently. I need to get up here and try and blockade the Julii ports, because they are cranking out heavy ships at an alarming rate. And if I can get up here and keep them busy, at least for a turn or so, I can load this army up onto a fleet and drop it over here and put it to use. Because right now it's kind of stuck in a position where it can't do any good, and that's definitely not what we would prefer. Okay, let's see here. Syracuse has the plague. It's unfortunate. 80. Build a massive temple. This stuff's gonna chew up our funds real quick on those expensive buildings. Wait, how are we doing? Ooh, it's gonna be close. Trying to get out to save Siwa. Siwa's probably gonna get attacked. Like I can't see the AI letting me get away with bringing reinforcements from that far away. Right, where did this suitable husband end up at? Marriage celebrations, Sotera, Carthage. We now have 2 extra generals here. We need to do something with them. Let's take one to go govern Sirta because we can, and let's take the other. Go maybe govern Demeti. Again, might as well just spread these guys out. Let them go accomplish something, even if it's small. If we need a commander, we'll pull someone. But I want to spread out and get some governors. Start letting my family trees crop up in settlements all over the place. Idle resource at Lugdunum. An active settlement. Oh, well, what's inactive about it? I can't build anything. Like, yeah, sure, thanks. We can recruit mercenaries here for Juba, but it's unnecessary. Same, that guy's in the same army. Alright, let's end our turn. And that's going to be it for this episode. Hope y'all enjoyed it. It has been a lot of fun. Episode 16. I'd say it was It was somewhat productive, but it had some twists and turns in it there too, getting defeated by the Egyptian army. I always knew was possible. I had hoped that it wouldn't happen, but I knew it was possible. And indeed, that is the case. It happened. It got us. That was not what we wanted, but it is what we got. And you know what? Adversity. It happens sometimes. It's okay. We shall deal with it. I keep marching peasants down here for part of the peasant relocation program. Continue the march here. I imagine that Egypt either falls back or they attack us on the end of this next turn when they see my army here. Grab these Numidian cavalry. Anything I can get to help me out against Egypt and the rebels over here. Cyrene is now passive, so that is great. And then just one last quick thing here. Let's try and clean up the Roman leftovers here. We sunk another of their ships. I'm gonna go ahead and engage the army here, and then let's use this fleet to see if we can clean up a few more Romans. 2 more heavy ships they've got here. Wow. The Romans have really gone to work in the naval department. But I think we have them in a hurt now. They've got scattered remnants all over. I just need to get this army landed in Italy, and I'm gonna wait till the next turn so that I can, you know, all in one move get this. Well, actually, I don't think we need to wait. I don't think there's any significant Roman fleets in our way. We'll get that one unloaded. Anyway, see you on the next episode. Heir of Carthage, signing out.